Hey guys, what's up? Third video this week, right? I know, crazy. Stick around. Hey guys, what's up? Bryan here. Thanks for tuning in today. So, I know it's a third video this week, but the weather is just phenomenal, man. Nothing but cooperation from the weather. It's a little bit colder than it was on Christmas. On Christmas it was 65. Today, well, even still now, it's probably mid, maybe high 50s. And that, man, that's unbeatable. That's all the reason you need to get out and ride. Today was one of those days, where you gotta work and it's nice and you're just like, man, hurry the fuck up. Let's get off, let's get home, let's get a ride in before the damn sun goes down. And that's kind of what happened today. My wife comes from an all-woman family. Like, when she was young, her father and grandfather were actually killed in an accident. And ever since then, the grandmother and her mother never remarried. They just always stayed, a female family. They, I end up getting a lot of the stuff that, when they need help, I'm who they call. So that kind of happened today, but it ended up working out perfect. It was the perfect excuse to get out and get a ride in. I was at work and I had actually just pulled into the office and I was, visions of the ride in my head. And, the wife's mother calls me and I'm like, what the hell is she calling me for? She's actually out of town right now. They're originally from Wisconsin and she's up right now doing their Christmas thing up that way with that family. And so to get a call from her was kind of weird. So she's like, hey, will you do me a favor? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. What's up? And she's like, Shelby, which is my wife's sister, just called me and she's freaking out. She's got a flat tire and no way to change it. I was like, yeah, no problem, that's perfect. I was getting ready to get out for a ride anyways. Let me go ahead, I'll just ride up there and we'll get that fixed up for her. So that's what happened today, and I'm on my way home back now from actually doing that. Went up there and she had a huge ass chunk of metal sticking out of her back tire. And it was so bad that you could hear the air just hissing out of it. So luckily she works right next to Walmart, so we were able to just run up to Walmart real quick and get the tire changed out. But I've got another thing that I actually wanted to talk to you guys about today. So next week I'm going to be putting out that, well, not next week, I guess Monday, I'm going to be putting out that video over doing the lowering kit. And I've got a fellow Warrior owner named John Catchy who's actually going to be providing some of the music for the background. And I think that is awesome. Anytime that you can collaborate with somebody else and show off your work, show off their work at the same time, that's a bonus for me. So I was stoked because he had contacted me and he's like, hey, I've got music that I do, and if there's anything that you ever want to use, let me know, feel free to use it. And I was like, awesome, so be looking for his song to come up in next week's video. And I figure what I'll do is when I do kind of one of those little cinematic sequences showing you the before and the after of the lowering kit, kind of the in-between and everything like that, I'll just kind of have his music in the background then, and I'll have his music kind of in the background of some of the video as well. So hopefully that'll actually let you guys kind of, hear some of the stuff that he's working on, and I'm stoked about doing that. And I actually wanted to reach out to you guys as well and let you know that, if you're in the same boat, get a hold of me. If there's things that you guys do that you think would be, a great addition to my channel, or things that you want to showcase that you think my channel would be a decent place to showcase them, get with me, man. I'm all about trying to help people out. So get with me and, we'll figure out some way to try and, feature it in a video somehow. I'm doing all this talking and have no idea if any of this video is even showing up with it being so dark outside right now. Hopefully that headlight is actually letting you guys get, some of it actually in there. I know you can hear that exhaust though, man. And I'm trying to keep the F-bombs down, Tanya. Sorry. Tanya, I don't know if you guys caught that comment on my last video. She said I was dropping too many F-bombs. And Tanya is actually a wife of a good friend, a guy that I consider a good friend that I actually met through doing this whole YouTube thing, and he's actually a fellow Warrior owner as well, and he lives actually in Illinois, and we talk daily. But I thought it was funny when his wife commented and said, you know, that I had cussed too much and that it was a good video, but too many F-bombs. And the honest truth of it was I had meant to bleep those out. And I got home, got the editing video, ended up exporting it. And when I exported it, it took, God, it was something like 7 hours to export that video. And when I actually got it done, it was the day after Christmas, and it was supposed to be a Christmas ride video. So I was already disappointed that I wasn't able to get it out Christmas Day. And I was like, look, I'm not gonna sit here for another 7 hours, you know, while this video exports just to upload it. Like, no, I'm sorry, it's gonna have some cuss words in it. So, Tanya, sorry, but hopefully this one's a little bit more cleaned up for you. And you know, usually I try to watch my mouth. I have a horrible mouth. I cuss like a sailor. Like, I cuss worse than anybody I've ever met. And you know, for the YouTube channel, I try to keep it pretty clean. And I used to actually wait tables, and I'd catch myself. I worked at a restaurant where it was more geared towards old people. And I would catch myself waiting on old people at the table and dropping F-bombs at them, you know, cussing. And I never got called out, and I never knew if it was because, you know, they were all wearing bell tones and couldn't hear me, or if it was because they just liked me and overlooked it, you know. But I'd worked at the same restaurant on and off for, God, it must have been 10 years or more. And so I knew everybody that came in, you know, and I was, you know, very well liked around there. So, you know, maybe they just overlooked it, or maybe I talked so fast and they just didn't hear it. I don't know. But that was something that when I moved to actually being a mailman, I was like, you know what, that's nice. Like, I don't have to worry about cussing at old people or having to constantly watch my mouth. And, you know, it's bad because I do the same thing on the route now. I'll catch myself out there, you know, a customer will be outside. I'll be like, here, you know, here's your mail, and I'll get to talking to him. And the next thing I know, I'm dropping F-bombs left and right at him. And I'm like, holy shit, Brian, like, watch your mouth. So I do try to, you know, especially on this, you know, just watch my mouth and kind of keep it cleaned up, because I don't know who's watching it. You know, I do have 2 boys, and, you know, I know that every once in a while I'll go back to my son's room and he'll have my channel on. So, you know, I know he's heard worse, but I still try to keep it pretty clean. Guys, you know, I appreciate you tuning in today. Hopefully you're not getting too inundated with videos and wanting to turn me off yet. But if you're not subscribed, scroll down, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like and share this video. Guys, it's looking like nice weather for the next couple weeks, so I'll try to keep the ride videos to a minimum for now. But if I put out another couple, hopefully I've got something decent to talk about. Be sure to be watching for that lowering kit video coming out here in the next few days, guys. And like I said, be sure to be watching for John's music in the background of it. Other than that, we'll see you next time.